How do you manage stress? One of those days where just everything is there. You got people asking all sorts of stuff from you. You got your own to-do list to accomplish. You've got just chaos happening. For me, my history is to just wind up. I get wound up so tight, so stressed, it becomes this negative thought loop, becomes rumination, negative chatter, thinking back and forth, kicking all these things around in my own head. And man, it's exhausting. Like, it is one of the most exhausting things that I am moving in a different direction from that I'm most happy about. Like, being out of chronic pain, all that stuff is huge. But getting my mind back has been wild. And I don't know when it left me, but it is an interesting experience going from kind of unconscious and unaware of my own behavior, and especially what was going on inside my head, to like seeing it clearly and being able to recognize, like, oh, I'm getting a little wound up, or oh, I'm feeling irritated, or I'm anxious, or I'm beating someone up mentally in my head, or something like that. Like, it's really wild to now have a slightly different awareness of that. And the thoughts today were, well, what were some big rocks that changed that? And the foundation of it was that I started working on my brain. Your mind is your brain in action. So if you don't have the mind you want, for me, critical, judgmental, negative, just big emotional swings both directions, way too happy, way too excited, way too sad, depressed, anxious, you name it. And it leads to like judging other people and being critical of other people's behaviors, and like just pointing the finger out as to why am I not doing well? Because of everyone else. That's where it led to, and that's where my mind was for. Like, it got really, really bad at the end of college, and it didn't get better until, I wasn't becoming aware of it until like late 20s, early 30s. Still dealt with a lot of stuff, and I think it's kind of an accumulation effect, one, and learning. Like, just gaining knowledge on, oh, what's going on in my head is actually a thing. It's called chatter, and it's called rumination. Like, that really helped. Being able to go, oh, I'm dealing with something, instead of just kind of being lost in it. So some of the things that really helped, like, were improving my brain. So learning breathing drills and doing them every day, multiple sets. Like, it's not oh, I got to do, an hour and a half practice or something. It's like 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 3 reps here, 2 reps there. But the idea of just live throughout your day and don't do anything to help support yourself other than maybe snack, nap, eat, something like that, that was a big game changer. So having respiration drills, having vision drills, your vision system is a big part of how you feel, if you didn't know that. Like, think about it. If I look and I see a teddy bear, am I going to have a different emotional reaction than if I look and I see a real bear? Yeah. So a lot, like, this all makes sense. It's just subconscious, so we don't think about it. We don't ask each other that. So take note of when you are most wound up. Take note of when you are mentally not doing well. See if you can recognize what was around that. What led up to me being in that point? I know for myself, it's once I get to work. Once I start working, like, I'm in go mode. So on the computer, working with clients in person, online, making videos, studying, writing, just responding to the email mess, whatever it is, I get wound up. Like, you've seen it in the videos that I just kind of talk faster and faster, and I'm more stressed in my neck and all that kind of stuff. And this has been really helpful to, like, see myself and go, oh, I'm running way too hot. So being able to put drills in place to manage that. That's what's coming. I hope people start to get in tune with brain training. Everything you do for your body is affecting your brain. We don't do it on purpose, and we didn't know that the opposite is also true, that we can do things from the neck up to influence the neck down. So some ideas that come to mind we've talked about, but again, we'll go through them all the time, and I'm trying to get sharper and sharper with the information. So if you listen, you just get things that you can do right away. Eye cupping. Taking away light, letting your eyes rest. It is so important for your brain. It will affect your mind. So just taking your hands, putting them over your eyes, keeping the pressure light, taking away all the light, and practicing black. That could be a 30-second break. That could be I've got 10 minutes and I really want to explore this. But again, sprinkling things in are important for making your brain healthier. And if your brain is healthier, you get to unlock your mind. And unfortunately, I unlocked a mind and went, oh my God, it's a mess. And now that I'm aware, I can do things about it. I read and I study and I try things and I'm interested in this and that. And again, like that's my goal, is to share all that. So eye cupping, very important. Rapid blinking. Our screens take away our blinking by like 60%. So by just adding a really fast blink while you look off into the distance is a visual reset. Just looking off into the distance. If you can find something natural, a tree, a landscape, something like that, and just look at it, be aware. I went, oh, that seems like a simple concept. So I did it. So I looked at it, and before I knew it, I was just looking all over the place. That's not the same thing. I'm talking about, there's a flower. Let me look at that flower. I'll blink as much as I need to, but I'm going to stare at that flower. That's a very hard vision skill. You are ultimately training your attention span. Because if you haven't noticed, ADD, ADHD, people with attention problems, they have vision problems. Which one comes first? I would say probably the vision problem. If you can't lock in and pay attention to something, and your eyes dart all over the place, your attention is going to be affected. Again, attention is a mind thing. Your vision is a brain thing. If you improve your vision, the ability to look at something, you improve your mind, the ability to pay attention to something. Really cool. So sprinkling those in, especially around computer time, screen time. Respiration. That has been one of the biggest things to become aware of. When I'm wound up, I have a breathing pattern. It's very shallow. It's like panting. And it's called hyperventilation. You're actually dysregulating the O2-CO2 balance in your nervous system to essentially not get fuel supply. So, hey, I want to go do all these things, but I'm going to put the tank on empty to do it. It doesn't make sense. We want a full tank to do everything that we want to do. Just like you in a car, you want enough gas to get to where you want to go. Most people are running out of gas, and that is a big way that you can end up with mind issues. So breathing drills. My favorite is the double exhale. Take whatever your inhale is and double the exhale. So 3-second inhale, 6-second exhale. And if you can make those breaths slower, slower in, slower out, that has been one of the biggest impact drills for me when I am ruminating, negative. Go figure, like when I'm cooking and I'm in the kitchen, that's when things really spin up. Because now I'm asking myself, I'm preoccupied. So my brain is doing all these things, and it's not healthy enough to do all those things and be in the mindset that I want to be in. I'm learning that, and I'm exploring what's the easiest way to recognize that I'm in that mode while I'm doing the dishes, just thinking about all the negative things, and they're not negative, I'm negative. That's a hard thing to swallow. That it's not about other people, it's about me. Like, I'm the problem. People are just living. They're not going, how can I make Joe upset? How can I spin this and piss him off? No one does that. It's just if we're not doing well in our mind, we point the finger out. if we are doing well in our mind, we point the finger in. And honestly, I think that most of the self-help books out there are probably around something of that foundation. Hey, are you upset with everybody? How do you get to being, oh, I'm upset with myself? Well, that I can do something about. I'm not going to get into fights with everybody. It's weird how what you tell yourself in your head never happens when you're in real life with those people, right? It's odd that way. Like it's that, and go figure. Like how much negativity is online. You don't have to be face to face with them. You can say whatever you want in the moment when your mind is just in a disgusting place by yourself. That's a big reason why we're dealing with a lot of that stuff online. I don't entertain it. Learning enough about our brains, how we build our minds, what our consciousness is like, that's not worth our time. Like I do not entertain comments. I don't even entertain emails. If you want to talk to me, I'm happy to. I'd like to. If you need help, I'm here to help. But email is not a good way to do that. So if I get a nasty email, if I get something that's just, ooh, that's gross, I just set up a phone call. At the very least, like hearing someone's voice is a big check in a good direction. What else can you do when you are in that just mental health nightmare? Depression, anxiety, negative loops, spinning things the worst way possible, critical of others, judging others, you name it. So the double exhale is a really helpful one. Just slowing your breathing down and being aware of it. This is how it went for me. Oh yeah, I want to try breathing to make myself calmer. And before I could finish that breath, negative, 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 negative. Wow, okay. Take a breath. Negative. Oh, the negative kind of got pushed. And unfortunately, all of this is the skill development, and that's the hardest part of it. Is you might try something once and go, it didn't work. Meditation, one of those. It's a waste of time. No, you're just low on the skill set. If you spend time with it, and that's another one that I'm over a year of meditating every day. It hasn't been the same amount every day, but right now I meditate for 30 minutes in the morning, and I meditate 30 minutes before bed. That is a massive game changer in being able to control yourself. Again, you might not be good at it. You might not be good at it right away. I started with 2 minutes during the pandemic. It took an international pandemic for me to start meditating, even though I had heard all sorts of good stuff about it prior. And I went, all right, let me push 2 minutes. There's nothing else to do. I'm in my apartment. 2 minutes, nightmare. Just so many thoughts, never shuts down, just gone. And it felt like an hour. Like I packed in everything wrong with every person that I knew in 2 minutes, and that 2 minutes felt like a nightmare hour. So that's where I started the skill set. Now you can sit above it just a little bit. And I think that's a part of building, like you need to work on your brain. So even just going for a walk helps your brain. I go for daily walks. They help a lot. Again, it's a skill. You might go, that was a nightmare of a walk, right? Do it again. See if it gets any better. See if you can lower your threshold to go, I'll just focus on a 5-minute walk. If the 20-minute, 30-minute walk just seems like it's going to be too much. Other things, there's a breath. So slow breathing, the mindfulness meditation, although it feels like it's going to be an absolute nightmare, it is a big long-term practice, a long-term project. You can do eye cupping in the pinch. You can do a breathing drill in a pinch. You can do distance staring, rapid blinking, double your exhales, slow your breathing down and be aware of it. All of that can help kind of improve your brain in the moment to help your mind. But the long-term foundation, I think a lot of it comes from mindfulness meditation, being in nature without distractions, just, okay, I'm here, now what? Like if you were to go camping, it would be like, don't bring music, don't bring your phone, don't bring your watch. How are you going to do? You'll learn a lot about where you are if you were to do an experiment like that. I know most people would lose it. Oh, I can't. That shows you where you actually are. And that's a good place to start. Again, I didn't stumble upon this stuff at my best. I stumbled upon it at a rock bottom of what is wrong with me? The first question I asked versus that's what's wrong with that person, that's what's wrong with that situation, that's what's wrong with that organization, that's what's wrong with that kid, that parent, that dog, that anything, to holy crap, it's something wrong with me. Well, if it's about me, then what do I do about it? And that's where a lot of these things came from, and exploring and going, how long I look at screens matters. How much time I spend on social media matters. How many notifications you get on this thing matter. I turn them all off. Like, if I want to, I select, if you don't use focuses, that's a good one for like just a quick video on how to use your phone for health. Like, it's possible. You just aren't using it well. You get bombarded. So I have all the focuses. So there's like a personal one, a work one, a sleep one, and a specific work one. And I just turn that on based on what I'm doing, and I only get alerts based on that mode. So often it's on personal mode. I don't get any notifications from work. I don't get any notifications, period. I will get a text sound or a phone call sound if it's someone that is in my personal life, a friend, family member, someone of the sort. If it's work, it doesn't come through. I don't get the notification. I will just see a missed call. So how you manage your device is massive. Like, taking away all the notifications, like I don't get news notifications, other app notifications, it's all gone. It is literally a communication device. I hear a text based on who I selected. I'll hear a phone call. But my phone has a home. And if you don't have a home for your phone, it would be an important addition. Like, I know that my phone sits there. Today is a lot of things going on, but that's why I made this video. I'm very excited about how I'm handling everything going on. If you want to know about it, I quit one job, picked up a new job, and I'm moving cities. It's a big one. Like, that's a lot going on. And in the past, I have not managed these situations well. And I am so happy and motivated by the work I've been doing for myself to go, not only can I make a video right now, which like I would have been an absolute mess in the past, ruminating about the past, did I make the right decisions, just projecting the future, whether it's right or wrong, no one knows, but I'm going to spin every possible scenario I can to just go, I feel so good about the decision I just made. I am excited, but not overexcited about the next step. And now it's just about managing the things as they come in to my moment every time. Not getting upset of the laundry list of text messages or the emails I have to write or anything of the sort. It's just, I got this. And that is, I got shivers even just saying that. Like, that's so different for me. And that's why I'm sharing this stuff. Like, the world is not helping us this way. And it came from the concept of improve my brain. Improve my brain first. Do the breathing stuff. Do the vision stuff. Work on my brainstem health. Work on my cerebellum's health. Work on my inner ear function. Like, so much that you can do. We just don't live in that world where it's common knowledge yet. It's all out there. It's an AI search away. I searched neuroathletic performance coach yesterday. My job came up. That's 10 years ago. No one is talking about the brain. My job is like, oh, that guy's doing weird voodoo magic. No, dude. AI even says it is a real thing. You can train your vision to improve your athleticism. You can you train your inner ear to improve. You can get out of pain using brain stuff. Like, it's in. It's just not loud enough yet. And that's a big part of these videos. So again, if you're struggling with mental health, if you're struggling with the negative loops, the chatter, all of that kind of stuff that comes in, brain training is coming. It needs to come into your world now, and so you can actually work on your mind. flip from, hey, breathing drills, vision resets, going for walks for body, brain, body health, to, okay, maybe you are healthy enough and you just don't, and you have that mind that you're looking for. The other mind just kind of shows up every once in a while and you don't like that component. What can you do from a mind perspective? And this stuff is very new to me in comparison. I got introduced to kind of like asking yourself tough questions and mind work and stuff like that, like 2018-ish, and went, that's a waste of time. No joke. Like, my brain was not healthy enough to wrap my head around anything but survive right now, and everyone's terrible. So the mind stuff, like, I'm revisiting things that I learned about in 2018. So do you know yourself? That was a hard thing for me to swallow, of going, no, I don't. I've never asked myself that. I've never been asked that. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I value. I don't know what my core values are. I don't know what my belief system is. I don't know any of that stuff. I have been reacting to life as it hits me in the face. So sitting down and journaling, writing out, like, what do I want to do? Who am I? What gets me excited? What gets me upset? Just starting that journey of, like, just understanding yourself. That's a hard one. But again, are you happy with your mental health issues? No, no one is. It's miserable being stuck up there with yourself sometimes. So is it worth writing a sentence? You just have to figure out how to make yourself do it. And that's the hardest part, is the behavior modification around anything. And we can talk about that at a later day. But other mindfulness things, or how do I work on my mind? I read a book called Chatter. Chatter is a very powerful book. It's full of tools to help yourself. The ones that have helped me the most is seeing myself from a third person perspective. So visualizing, go figure. Your cerebellum is a part of preventing unwanted thought processes. So as soon as I was healthy enough to recognize, ooh, I don't like this thought process, connected that's a cerebellar activity, and then use visualization, another cerebellum activity, the chatter went away pretty darn quick. And I went, that's different. So seeing yourself like a fly on the wall was one. Another visualization technique of just being aware of me in the space. That was the first, like, aha, because I realized, like, oh, I'm thinking negatively about somebody. And then I would visualize the room I was in and go, they're not here. Plain and simple, they're not here. So they're not in my head either. I will think about this stuff when I'm going to go see that person or when I'm in front of that person. And it's never the same thought process. This one's negative. This one's excited to see the person and ready to collaborate and everything of the sort. This is much more like who you are by yourself alone is the one I was not happy with and not doing well with. Most people can fake it in front of people for at least a short amount of time and show, oh, I'm a happy person, even though you might be the most depressed person on earth. That person's probably not coming outside. But nonetheless, third person viewing, visualizing yourself in a room. Again, this is all skills. I did not get good at this on one attempt. This is a lot of time and a lot of practice, but it's, hey, 5 minutes here, 2 minutes there, up 30 minutes here. Whatever it might be, just any amount of time is going to help you, because our brains are plastic, meaning they can change. And if you practice changing them, metaplasticity kicks in and they get better at changing. So that is the foundation of all of this, is you've got to change something. Even if it's 30 seconds, even if it's something so dumb that you think, this is not, how could this help? It's the idea that if you need to change, you need to practice changing. Plain and simple. So putting your shoes on and then taking them off because that you want to go for a walk, but you're not doing it. That's change. Put my shoes on, take them off, and don't go for my walk. That is a step in the right direction to be able to go for that walk in the future. Other things that came into my mind, or other things that I've learned that have been pretty powerful. Using my name. That was weird. Like, Joe, you're all right. Kind of had this, like, I am all right effect. And I just said it to myself. And then just kind of talk to myself in that third person. Hey, you're all right. He's going to be just fine. You're working through some stuff. It's an exciting time. It doesn't need to be scary. It's a challenge. You're excited about that. He's excited about that challenge. Like, Joe, you're in the right direction. This is going to be great. So being able to talk to myself in that way versus kind of like everything bombarding me, like, oh, I, me, like we get stuck with that stuff. And again, none of this is mine. This is my curiosity. Go figure. The Curious Joe Show is because I am fundamentally curious about everything. I'm not writing it. I don't have a filter that goes, well, I don't know that, or that's not what I learned, so that's not true. Most people end up with that type of a belief system. If I didn't find it myself, it's not valid. If I didn't get there using it, it's not valid. And that's my entire professional career, especially older population. No, I've never heard of that. Right. I'm sorry. They didn't hear cars when it was just horse and buggy either. So the idea that you should say, there's nothing else to learn, I'm good, that's a brain health problem. That's not normal. That should not be the case that you just say, I'm good on this whole gathering knowledge and experience and converting it into wisdom idea. Like that is something going on with your brain that is giving you a mind that says, I'm good enough, leave me alone. But the reality is it's a protection. Your mind, your brain is going, not healthy enough for that. Give it a reason. Give it a reason why we're not going down that rabbit hole. And you'll find one. Like that's the wildest part of being in your own head. But that's a start. Going back through those tools, eye cupping, distance staring, rapid blinking, double your exhales, slow your breathing down, meditation. Even if you suck at it and your mind races and 2 minutes feels like an hour, start. Go for a walk outside, be in nature. See yourself in the third person. Visualize yourself within the greater room. Talk to yourself in the third person. Use your own name in your own head. Joe, you're going to be all right. Joe, this is fine. Joe, you're a little bit wound up. It's going to be all right. You become your own mental coach. And all of this is a process. You might listen to this and go, no. And me 12 years ago, exactly that would have gone, no, I don't know all that, so it's not true. I know, because I know. And unfortunately, again, that is a brain health issue. We should be curious. We should be wanting experience, seeking experience, asking questions. But we don't live in that world. And I think it kind of stopped in the 60s, 70s when we can't have people thinking that way. We need them to follow the rules and stay in line. And I think that is kind of the pivot for this country, that we sacrificed our brains. We sacrificed them for profit, for capitalism. We said the more people think for themselves, the worse it is for the bottom line for all of the businesses that built this country. So if we were to give back and say, hey, Apple, congrats, you are a multi-billion-dollar company that at the expense of your customer made that money. Let's start giving some back. Put effort into brain training. Put effort into mental training. Put effort into supporting people so that money is not the only thing that they can think about on a given day. They have 30 minutes to go for a walk, to take care of themselves, to get out of the grind. But man, that's an ideal world that I don't know is possible in this country, but hopefully enough people can make some noise to say, hey, your brain matters. We're not taking care of it at the moment. It's affecting your mind. Your mind is your brain in action. So if you want a better mind, if you don't want to deal with your mental health issues, I'm experiencing it in live time as you see me make these videos. And hopefully someone hears this and goes, I deal with depression. I deal with anxiety. I deal with irritation. I ruminate on things, people, places, whatever. I paint the negative on everything. I am judgmental, critical, you name it, all those things that we don't like to feel. What can I do about it outside of take a pill or talk to someone? The skill stuff that you just heard about when it comes to brain training. It's a start.